in the state of Alabama, in general, father walks in, and let's just say it's the standard situation of he's the one leaving the marital home for whatever reason the divorce is. What's kind of the standard? What's the go-to custody in Alabama right now?
This is going to sound like I'm really being lawyerly, but practicing in about 4 to 5 counties on a regular basis, it depends on where you go. And here's what it depends on. If you pick up and leave stakes and the kids are left there and you're just gone, that's not going to bode well, in my opinion, for you getting custody, especially when the kids got to go to school, kids going to need help with homework, might need to be taken to the doctor. And if your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever wasn't communicating before, it's not going to get better when you leave. One of the biggest things is I would tell people where there's no violence, let me be explicit, where there's no domestic violence taking place, is look, if there's another bedroom in the house, even if there's a couch or something, if you're safe and they're safe, you don't invite argument. Don't argue. Be kind. Be golden, what I tell them. Don't return fire. If someone's ugly and mean or whatever, say, I'm sorry you feel that way, or whatever your appropriate response is, and move on. 1, you're de-escalating the situation. You're not adding to it. 2, with a child there, you're making sure that you are trying to conduct yourself in a civil manner with the child. Be kind. Not that you're not already, but hey, if there's groceries that need to be bought, talk about that. Send a text. Hey, what groceries can I pick up? Is there anything you'd rather me get or not? Be helpful, because all of those things, 1, no matter how custody goes, you're being a good person. But 2, you're actually participating in doing what you should as a parent. And that's just the common sense thing I would see. And I see where in my cases where somebody just picks up and leaves the kid behind and tries to see him on the weekends, that does not bode well for you, no matter what your gender is. It just does not. If there's violence and it's gone unreported or anything like that, that's not going to go well for you. And basically, I hate to say common sense, but the more you approach it like a person who's willing to co-parent, the more the courts will treat you that way.
In theory, the friendly parent factor that we're supposed to look at who's going to be willing to foster a relationship with the other parent and have a positive relation, or with the child and the other parent, and who's going to foster a co-parenting relationship.
Yes, and that's one of the beautiful things that I love being written into the law, because if it's put into practice, it works. It absolutely works. And even if you meet a brick wall, it's not about the other person. It's about the person you want to be. And the only person you can control is yourself. And I say thank goodness, because I don't want to control anybody else. I have a hard enough time with myself. And I tell people, look, I'm not judging you, all fingers pointing back at me, okay? I mean, I know my own garbage as it is, right? And I say that's the key. You got to know where your triggers are for things, and you've got to avoid those. And some people mentally, they have mental health issues or whatever. They're like, hey, I can't stay. I say that's not a problem, but you need to go and get seen. You need to go to your doctor, tell them the truth of what's going on. Don't be afraid if they diagnose you with something that, having depression or anxiety is not going to be a death sentence for custody. In the majority of places I've seen in Alabama, because we've had such media coverage about mental health, if you're doing what your doctor says and you're being a responsible person, and that's not going to hurt you. Now, if you're doing it, it's controlling you, and some bad decisions are being made on your part, and your mental health is not being taken care of, obviously that's not going to go so well for you. But that's why I always encourage them to do those things.